230 years, flood traps, a curse that claims 7 lives. The money pit swallowed empires. But one small lot, 4 acres, stayed silent. Lot 5, the last untouched ground. The key. For decades, the Oak Island mystery was a story told from one location, the money pit. But while the world watched one spot, a parallel history was unfolding just meters away, shrouded in silence. This is the story of Lot 5, and the man who believed it held the key to everything. In 1996, surveyor and researcher Robert S. Young, a longtime collaborator of the legendary Fred Nolan, made a pivotal decision. He purchased Lot 5, convinced that Nolan's extensive surveys pointed to something profound that others had missed. While the treasure hunt raged elsewhere, Young began a quiet, methodical investigation on his own private frontier. He walked the land not as a treasure hunter, but as a forensic historian. He discovered a curious collection of heart-shaped stones, markers that seemed deliberately placed. He identified a shallow, circular depression in the earth, a haunting echo of the original money pit. Believing he was on the verge of a breakthrough, Young documented every survey line, every strange rock, and every theory in a meticulous private archive. For over 2 decades, his work remained his own. After his passing in 2020, this invaluable collection of data and insight was sealed, its secrets locked away. Then, in 2023, a stunning announcement from Rick and Marty Lagina changed the entire landscape of the search. They had secretly acquired Lot 5, and with it, the keys to Robert S. Young's untouched archive. For the first time, the silent frontier was about to speak. The story of Lot 5 is not written in books, but in the earth itself. For decades, these artifacts lay dormant, a silent testament to a history far older and more complex than anyone dared to imagine. Now, they awaken. Consider this, a coin, unearthed from the soil of Lot 5, its origins trace back to Carthage around 300 BC. This isn't just old, it's pre-Roman, pre-Columbian. Verified through X-ray fluorescence, its metallic signature is unmistakable. It poses a profound question. Who reached these shores 2 millennia before the history books say they should have? Then, a medieval token bearing the distinct cross of the Knights Templar. Found near a series of carefully placed stones, it provides a tangible link to the Order's legendary flight from Europe in 1307. Could Oak Island have been their final destination? A secret bank for a treasure that vanished from history? Alongside it, hand-wrought iron, its composition matching fittings from a 17th century Spanish galleon, a ship that reportedly vanished in a hurricane while carrying 34 tons of silver. The evidence suggests that what was lost at sea may have been recovered and brought right here. Deeper still, the very structure of the island tells a tale. Core samples from a hidden tunnel on Lot 5 were subjected to rigorous radiocarbon dating. The results were staggering, placing its construction between 1650 and 1690, a full century before the money pit was officially discovered. And the mortar binding the stones in this tunnel? It's a chemical twin to the unique, water-resistant cement found in the money pit's original flood vaults. The same hands, the same recipe, the same grand design. These are not isolated finds. They are interconnected nodes in a vast, intricate network. Lot 5 is not a side story. It is the blueprint, the command center from which the entire Oak Island operation was staged. 1307, Templars flee with relics. 1687, Phips' crew hides Spanish silver. Same tunnels, same secrets. The money pit was the decoy. Lot 5 was the command center, the back door to the vault. Season 13, the drill targets Lot 5's core. If the tunnel connects, the curse breaks. The truth, the ark, the silver, the grail, rises here. 6 have died, 1 more remains. Lot 5 holds the answer. The island is finally ready to speak. Are you? For over 2 centuries, Oak Island has guarded its secrets with a jealous fury. A puzzle box of flood tunnels, cryptic stones, and buried promises that has consumed fortunes and claimed lives. The world has stared, fixated at the legendary money pit, the epicenter of this enduring enigma. But while all eyes were on the prize, another chapter of the story remained unread, a parcel of land that held its tongue, waiting. This is the story of Lot 5, the silent frontier. It is called the Silent Frontier because for decades, as the search raged across the island, this 5-acre plot remained off-limits, its geology and history a blank page. It was a frontier of knowledge, unexplored and untouched by the modern fellowship. But silence, as we have learned, does not mean absence. It can mean patience. It can mean that the most profound secrets are not shouted, but whispered. The saga began in 1795, when a young Daniel McGuinness discovered a peculiar circular depression in the earth. His simple excavation would ignite a treasure hunt that would span generations. Throughout the 1800s, syndicate after syndicate battled the island's ingenious defenses, hauling water from shafts that flooded with impossible speed, a clear sign of a deliberate engineered design. Then came surveyor Fred Nolan, a man who saw the island not as a single pit, but as a complex, interconnected grid. With his theodolite, he meticulously marked Lot 5, drawing lines that connected strange surface features to the shore, to the swamp, and to the money pit itself. He believed the answer wasn't just buried deep, but was written across the landscape. In 1996, the land passed to a new guardian, Robert S. Young. For over 2 decades, he became the solitary steward of Lot 5. He walked its grounds, not with a drill, but with a historian's eye. He documented everything. He found heart-shaped stones, deliberately placed. He mapped a circular depression, a haunting echo of the original money pit. He collected artifacts, catalogued anomalies, and built an archive of evidence, all while the world remained focused elsewhere. He believed Lot 5 wasn't just adjacent to the mystery, it was the command center, the blueprint for the entire operation. When he passed away in 2020, his vast archive of research was sealed. Then, in 2023, the Laginas revealed the purchase. An agreement with Young's estate not only transferred ownership of the land, but unlocked his lifetime of work. For the first time, the Silent Frontier was ready to speak, and its testimony, locked away in those archives, was staggering. Among the finds catalogued by Young, a coin from 300 BC, a Carthaginian bronze piece discovered on a North American island dating centuries before Columbus. How did it get there? Another artifact, a medieval token, its lead surface bearing the faint but unmistakable shape of a Templar cross. This wasn't just a random trinket, it was a potential link to the legendary order of knights who vanished in 1307, supposedly taking their sacred relics with them. The evidence continued to build. Corroded iron spikes, their metallurgy matching those from a 17th century galleon wreck, tying Lot 5 to the era of pirates and privateers like Sir William Phips and his famed 1687 salvage of Spanish silver. And perhaps most compelling of all, fragments of mortar. When analyzed, its chemical composition was found to be an exact match to the unique mortar used to construct the original money pit vault. This wasn't a coincidence. It was a direct physical link between the hidden workings of the money pit and the surface of Lot 5. This physical evidence was supported by modern science. Core samples drilled on the property revealed disturbed earth, a clear sign of a man-made shaft. Carbon dating of wood fragments from these deep layers placed the activity between 1650 and 1690, a century before the money pit's official discovery. Ground-penetrating radar surveys, sending electromagnetic waves deep into the earth, painted a picture of what lay beneath. A network of voids, tunnels, and anomalous structures. The engineering of deception was vast, with Lot 5 appearing to be a critical hub. The theory emerged. Was the money pit a decoy? A brilliant, sacrificial trap designed to distract from the real entry point, the real command center, located right here. Of course, with Oak Island, skepticism is a constant companion. Could the tunnels be natural karst formations, limestone caves carved by water? Could the coins have been dropped by later collectors, their ancient origins a red herring? Could the iron and wood be debris from the island's cottage era? These are valid questions. But the rebuttal lies in the sheer convergence of evidence. The clustering of artifacts from distinct pre-discovery eras in one specific location, the identical mortar, the consistent carbon dates, and the undeniable geometry that Nolan first saw, Natural geology does not align itself with such precision. Two narratives, separated by centuries, now converge on this single plot of land. 1307. The Knights Templar flee persecution in Europe, carrying with them a treasure beyond measure, perhaps the Holy Grail, or even the Ark of the Covenant. They need a remote, defensible location to construct an underground vault. 1687. Sir William Phipps's crew, having salvaged a fortune in Spanish silver, needs to hide their unsanctioned share from the crown. They find a pre-existing sophisticated tunnel system on a remote island. Could they have used the same tunnels for a different treasure, adding their own layers to the mystery? Lot 5 suggests these are not competing theories. They are chapters in the same story. The truth, the Ark, the silver, the Grail, it all rises here. A prophecy looms over the island. 7 must die before the treasure is found. To date, 6 have perished in its pursuit. 1 remains. With the acquisition of Lot 5 and its archives, the Fellowship believes they finally have the complete map. The silent frontier is silent no more. It has provided the blueprint, the back door. And now, in Season 13, the drill targets Lot 5's core. The plan is to intercept the tunnel system identified by Robert S. Young and confirmed by modern geophysics. If the tunnel connects, it could bypass the flood traps and lead directly to the heart of the mystery. The island is ready to speak. Are you? Please subscribe to our channel History Documentary Hub for more insightful videos